All right, welcome back to the Knives Fast channel. Guys, we have two very interesting fixed blades, and I'm calling this two simple, affordable fixed blade user knives. And guys, these are great EDC and especially user knives in the outdoors, in my opinion. Now, these are both pass around knives, both from the lefty pass around group. So, I'm not taking them and bashing them up against a tree. This guy is the Remette RT-Allosaurus, and I did take it out and stump stick it, as you can see. And I also did a little bit of feather sticking. I didn't get that on camera, but it worked pretty well. And then we're going to do some cutting in here with it. And then the second one, and again, I try to limit when it's a pass around. I'm not going to do a ton of cutting on trees or limbs or whatever. It's going to a lot of other guys, and I got to not do that. Now, this one is D2, and so is this. This is the Kizer bow tie. Now, this is a little bit different. This is more of a small EDC, but guys, I also picture this one as great for the outdoors. As a matter of fact, depending on how you hold this one, be a great little camp cook prep knife. So let's get into these two. Let's start with the bow tie. We'll just slide this guy up. The bow tie comes in a Kydex sheath, very thin taco style Kydex sheath. It does come with a piece of cord if you wish to turn it into a neck knife kind of thing. And it comes with a pocket clip, which I think is the ideal situation for this one, either over your belt or over your pocket. And I think either one would work really well. Now, my first little nitpick comes before we even bring the knife out. You can't really push this off with one hand. There's no real flare here. So you kind of have to hold this and pull it out. It's kind of a two-handed operation to get it out. Now, like I said, very thin ground, high, flat ground with a beautiful stonewash knife. Here, you have your Kizer logo. It is in D2. There is your information on your designer, and I will give you his name when we go through the specs. I cannot remember right now, but it is the bow tie. Now, it's a skeletonized knife. You could probably do a paracord handle on this if you wished to. The way I've been holding it is like such. You can't really, this doesn't really work. A pinch grip does work because you got kind of a smooth spot right here. So you can pinch grip this knife, grip it like this. Very thin, very simple, very lightweight. Now, like I said, and I'm not going to do this on the tiles here, but you can, well, I just did because it cuts very well. So you can very much do controlled utility cuts. Let's just do one. What the heck? It ain't going to kill it. But there you go. Very nice. And you can also slice with this guy. And I also picture it, like I said, in that roll of kind of rocker cuts like that. It would do a very nice job with that. You can see not much. Well, I say it's not much of a penetrator, but it seems to work pretty well there. But a very thin, slicey little guy. I like it a lot. Now we'll do the comparisons and the specs together of these. Now this guy, to me, the Remette Allosaurus, is also in D2, but is way more of an outdoor style knife. Now you do have kind of a pistol grip with a downward angle on the blade, which means it's going to be harder to get some of those rocker cuts because your knuckles start to hit. But you can come up like this and do that, and it works really, really well. You got a black wash on the blade, and you got this, I think it's micarta, but now I'm blanking. So give me a second to get my laptop out here. It is G10, okay. Yeah, see, I told you I couldn't remember. So it is G10. It is made by Remette. There's their logo and D2. By the way, I forgot to mention on this guy, nice little sharpening choil, and your plunge works really well. Should be easy to sharpen. This one is pretty good as well. You should get quite a few sharpenings. You have a full tang design here with some jimping right here. Sorry, you have a lanyard loop back here at the back. And it is very contoured and kind of this rock or bark texture. I'm landing kind of up on this flat spot. You can get back here in the jimping, but I got to be honest, you kind of slide right off that jimping. It's a little far apart, and it's kind of slick because of the coating. So to me, that is the play, and it feels really money in the hand. I mean, this is good. You do have a little bump right here, and I go past that bump. You can see I overlap that bump with my hand, and it's not a big deal. Doesn't feel bad at all. Feels really good in the hand, indeed. And this one is, oh my gosh. Guys, I took this out and cut a little bit, like I said, kind of feather sticking a little bit, and it was fantastic. This thing is a really nice cutter. I'm impressed. Now, it's not a super high flat grind, but it is a nice, very useful flat ground blade. Now, this one I forgot to do this. Very, very secure in the sheath. So is this one, by the way. We'll show that again. Very secure. It does have a place for a fire steel, and it actually comes with one. You can put this down in there, and then you've got a striker hanging off of here. Now, guys, both of these are under $60, so stand by for the price. But a very nice striker, and even has a ruler on it, and a kind of a hex, and a bottle opener, and a scraper kind of thing here. So very useful little tool indeed to have around there. You know, if you carry this on your belt, that guy's going to kind of dangle. You can wrap it around, though, I would think, you know, get it a little bit more out of the way. But, yeah, that's why I'm just taking it off. So you do have a place to push that sheath off. And like I said, excellent retention. Goes in, comes out, does come with a tech lock, a big old tech lock, and works really, really nicely. Let's just show, I never showed the retention on the bow tie. No shaking or rattling, and very tight coming out of that sheath. Very, very nice. All right, let's get the laptop back up here. Now let's start with this guy, the Remette-Allosaurus, guys. $52, okay? And of course, it is 8.11 inches overall, but they give me all the rest of the stuff in millimeters. So we'll just have to measure this really quick. This is right at 3 3/4 of an inch as far as cutting edge, and closer to 4 inches for the blade. And the handle is plenty. I mean, your grip area is about 4, almost 4 inches on the grip, and the handle overall is a little over 4. Actually, did I do that right? Let me look. Hold on. Right there. Yeah, so your grip is 3 3/4, your grip length, and your handle's right at 4. Okay, got it right that time. We'll look at weight in just a second, but this guy is $52, and I will link it down below. It's 5.5 ounces. Which, you know, it's not super thin, by the way. The blade thickness is 0.16. And the handle thickness, they don't give me here, but I would say like 0.55 easily, and very, very nicely done. Okay, the bow tie is $42, guys, and it's designed by Henning Markson. Very, very cool indeed. And Kizer doesn't want to give me, where are the specs? Well, we might, okay, here we go. So it is 5.83 inches overall, and it is 0.23 or 6 millimeters on the blade thickness. But again, because we've now ground that down very thin and it's very tall, it is super slicey. 2.43 ounces with a hardness of 61 to 62. So either way, you've either got a $52 knife that's going to dive in and do work, or a $42 knife. Now, again, this one to me and to you both might be more of a neck knife kind of thing. You can see here, you can definitely hang that. But I could see this as being, really useful in the outdoors, as well as this one would be great for camping and cooking and hiking and all that stuff. So really, really cool knives. Really glad to have gotten to take a look at both of them. Let me know down below what you guys think. Are you interested in one of them? What is your preference, I guess I would say. or do you want both? And definitely give me a comment down below and like this video and make sure you're subscribed. Hit that notification bell. And guys, thank you so much for your support and for watching the Knives Fast channel.